All right, so picture this, the Statue of Liberty. But
Yes.
like, get this. Instead of that, classic copper, it's totally covered in these bright green, like hemp vines.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. Well, that's just like a taste of the um, kind of crazy images you'll find in this Cannabis Universe adult coloring book subtitle, A Cosmic Journey Through Hemp and Art.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It is. And it's exactly what we're going to deep dive into today.
Cool.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're going to, explore these honestly kind of trippy illustrations. But
Mhm.
we're also going to, dive into um, some of the surprising history and the versatility of hemp.
Awesome.
So are you ready to like get colorful?
I am. I'm ready to explore the cannabis universe. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
So, one thing that really struck me about this coloring book, it's not just like, a typical stoner coloring book.
Right.
It's got these like futuristic cities,
Mm.
with buildings made out of hemp and even like ancient temples that have hemp like
Mm.
woven into them. And then like on top of that, it's got these mythical landscapes too.
Yeah, it's fascinating how they've used these really imaginative visuals to start a conversation about hemp. I mean, this is a plant that's been a part of human history for a really long time. Thousands of years.
Yeah, it's a plant that gets a lot of buzz. No pun intended.
Right.
But I mean, it's true, right? Like it really makes you think about the potential impact that hemp has had, not just in the past, but also looking towards the future,
Absolutely. I mean, it's got all these different uses, and this book really highlights that.
for sure. For sure. So before we like get too far ahead of ourselves, I want to go back to those illustrations for a sec.
Okay.
Like that Statue of Liberty one, the one covered in hemp. What do you think the artist is like trying to say with that image?
Hmm. Well, it makes me think about sustainability, like reimagining these classic American symbols, but through a lens of being eco-conscious. The Statue of Liberty, it represents freedom, right? And covering it in hemp, which is, this totally renewable resource. I think it's like a visual metaphor.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like,
That,
in the future, we can still achieve these ideals, but we can do it in a way that's sustainable. And that's crucial to our freedom, our
Mhm.
well-being as a planet.
It's like saying, hey, we can have our cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
That's a great way to put it. And it's not just the Statue of Liberty. Like there's another one that shows these ancient Egyptian tombs, right?
Oh, yeah.
But they have hemp like woven into the designs. It's like they're taking us way back.
Yeah. I mean, the ancient Egyptians used hemp for so many things. They used it for clothing, for rope, even paper. So that this coloring book is kind of like a bridge to that history.
It's like a reminder that hemp has been around like forever.
Ex-
And speaking of hemp being used for different things, there's this whole section on hempcrete. It shows these futuristic cities,
Yeah.
but the buildings are all made of hempcrete. So can you break down what exactly is hempcrete?
Yeah, hempcrete is really cool. It's this building material that's made from hemp herds, which are the inner woody part of the stalk, and they're mixed with a lime binder. And it's strong, it's lightweight, and it's super sustainable.
Wait, so is that like concrete?
It's similar, but it's way better for the environment. See, concrete, it leaves a huge carbon footprint. But hempcrete, it actually absorbs CO2 from the air as it hardens.
Whoa, it's like it's cleaning the air as it's being used.
Exactly.
This coloring book is blowing my mind. I'm
It,
like starting to think about all these different ways we could be using hemp.
it definitely sparks the imagination.
Yeah, for sure. Like there's even a picture of cars running on what looks like hemp biofuel. Is that like actually a thing?
It is. It's a real thing. Hemp can be used to make biofuel. It's a renewable alternative to fossil fuels. So, yeah, it's a thing. It's not super common yet, but it definitely could be in the future. And I think that's what this image is trying to get us to think about. What if we used bio-based solutions like this more often?
That would be amazing. Okay, so we've been talking a lot about hemp and all its uses, but at the end of the day, this is a coloring book.
Right.
And I've heard that coloring can be like therapeutic. Can you talk a little bit of like how that works?
Yeah, it's interesting, right? But think about it. When you're coloring, you have to focus. You have to pay attention to what you're doing. And that can actually be really calming. You're not thinking about all the stuff you have to do or the problems you have to solve. You're just in the moment.
It's kind of like a form of mindfulness.
Exactly. It's a way to escape from all those daily stresses and just be present.
That makes a lot of sense. So you're telling me that this coloring book is like a double whammy of chill. You get to relax while coloring, and you're also learning about hemp and all these cool ideas about sustainability.
I think so, yeah. It's a really cool way to combine creativity, relaxation, and education. It's not just about coloring in the lines, it's about sparking your imagination. And I think it's about, thinking about what a more sustainable future could look like and maybe, getting inspired to help create it.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really glad we dove into this Cannabis Universe adult coloring book. It really is a total trip, and like in a good
Oh,
way. It
no.
makes you wonder, like, what if this isn't just a fantasy? What if, like, this hemp-filled future is closer than we think, and what role could we each play in making it a reality?
That's the big question, isn't it? But, I think that's the point of art like this. It's meant to make you think, it's meant to make you question things, to dream a little.
It's giving us a glimpse into a world of possibilities, and it's up to us to decide what we do with those possibilities.
I think that's a great way to put it.
Well, that about wraps up our deep dive.
Always a pleasure. Until next time.
See you next time.